guys, it's Melanie. Happy Thursday to everybody. So today I am actually going to be showing you the first of many eye tutorials using some of the new eyeshadow palettes that I recently purchased from the Sephora VIB sale. So today's look is a daytime appropriate look. It is what I have on my right eye here. And I achieved this using eyeshadows from the new Too Faced A Few of My Favorite Things palette. And lots of people have shown this on their videos, so I'm sure you know what it looks like. I focused mostly on the eyeshadows. I did not use any of the cheek or bronzing products down here, but I will tell you what I have on the rest of my face. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, the only product that I used that wasn't from this particular palette was my, this is the Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow, and mine is starting to crumble because I've hit pan on it. And this just, I find, makes the perfect base for me. It helps me blend all of my other shadows much more easily. So I always start out with that all over my eye area. I obviously also used an eye primer. Right now I'm working through the Too Faced Shadow Insurance in Lemon Drop. So the first thing that I did, after getting my all over color, and I lost all of the brushes that I used earlier, which is a bummer. Is that it? Yeah. I tried to make sure that I set them all aside, and of course I lost some. I bet Stella walked off with it. Okay, so the first color that I dipped into to put all over my lid was the Crisp Apple Strudel, which is this color right here in the middle. And I am just using a very inexpensive e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to be putting that all over my lid. Now, I do get fallout from these shadows. I just brush that away, so that's not a big deal to me. If you wear liquid foundation, I would probably suggest doing your eyeshadow look first and then doing your foundation afterwards. I use a mineral foundation, so I find that it's easier for me to brush the fallout away. Again, just patting that all over my lid. Okay. Once I have that on there, I'm going to take a blending brush, and I'm going to go in the color Woolen Mittens, which is this color right here. Tap off that excess. Do you hear my baby crying in the background? She's trying to avoid taking a nap again. And I'm taking that into my crease. Again, I'm not terribly worried about the fallout right now. I'm going to be brushing that away. So I always start out with a little bit less product and work my way up. I don't think you should just go in with like the full shebang. Start with a little bit, build it up. So I'm taking a little bit more of that, and then I'm going to keep building that crease up. It's important to stop every once in a while. Go back, just make sure that everything is even. It's a lot easier to do that when you're doing both eyes at the same time versus finishing one eye completely and then going back. Okay. So once I have that, I'm going to start brushing some of this excess away. And I just do that by taking a clean, fluffy brush. This is a powder brush from Real Techniques. And sometimes you'll get a little bit of that fallout in the side of your nose here, so just make sure that you always check that area for eyeshadow. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and take that same Woolen Mittens color on a pencil brush, and I'm going to run that along my lower lash line. These eyeshadows are extremely pigmented, so do make sure that you tap off some of that excess because once the color goes on, it's pretty intense. And connect it at the corners. Always make sure that you connect in the corner of your eye here so that you don't have that separation. Okay. Then I'm going to take that same blending brush and I'm just taking off a little bit of that color. I have a towel down in front of me. And then I'm going to go in the color, what is this called? Chocolate Milk. And I'm going to get a little bit of that onto the brush. Just a little bit. Again, tap off the excess. And then I'm going to go around the outside edge of where my crease color came up and basically stopped. So I'm looking to create a gradient. Also take a little bit underneath your lower lash line after you've gotten most of the product off. And then keep blending until you are happy with the way that it looks. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the color Cream Colored Ponies right here and a fluffy brush. Definitely tap off that excess, and I'm going to use that underneath my brow bone. Okay. Take that same crease brush, go ahead and get rid of some of the excess color from the Woolen Mittens color. And then you're going to go in with the color Honey Honey on that pencil brush. And you're going to place that on your inner corner. Just on your lid area there. Take a tiny bit more and run that along your lower lash line, overlapping with the Woolen Mittens color that you placed along your lower lash line. Okay, so once you have that done with the palette, I'm going to use a liner. This is actually an eyeshadow pencil from Sephora. This is the Jumbo Liner 12-Hour Wear Waterproof Eyeliner in the color Dark Taupe Shimmer. And I'm going to run that along my upper lash line. This is really hard to do because of the angle that I'm at. I'm going to try to stay out of your way, but make sure you get it nice and close to your lash line. This is a fairly shimmery eye look. The Woolen Mittens and the Cream Colored Ponies color, and also actually the Chocolate Milk are matte. So you do get a nice balance from those three particular colors. But the shimmer on the lid definitely stands out. Can you hear that screaming? That's embarrassing. Okay. So once I have that on, I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara, and I'm going to do this off camera and then come back and show you guys the finished look. By the way, the mascara that I'm using is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara in the color, it's just black, I believe. So I will come back, show you guys the finished look, and we'll talk about what's on the rest of my face. Alright guys, so here's the finished look. So as you can see, it's maybe slightly smoky, maybe a little bit too dramatic for most people's everyday look, but I really love the way that this particular look turned out. I just feel like Too Faced has really improved the quality of their eyeshadows. I think that they had really good eyeshadow quality in the past, but like now they're definitely up there with the Urban Decay formula as well as the Lorac formula. I would say that those two are probably my two favorite brands for eyeshadows in particular. And I think that the quality of the shadows in this particular palette are definitely a step above other palettes that I've gotten in the past from Too Faced. So again, the colors that I used, and in no particular order, were the Cream Colored Ponies. Sorry, I'm looking in the mirror to try to do this. Chocolate Milk, Crisp Apple Strudel, as well as the Woolen Mittens. So those are the colors that I really kind of focused on for this particular look. I also used a little bit of the Honey as well. So let me tell you guys what I have on the rest of my face. So you saw that my mascara was the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which by the way, I really, really like. I didn't want to like this, but I like it a lot. So I'll do an in-depth review on this coming up here soon. For my eyebrows, so I went ahead and used my Anastasia brow pencil in the Perfect Brow Pencil in Blonde. I also used a little bit of MAC Omega. So these two are staple must-have products for my very sparse eyebrows. For my foundation today, I used the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. I've really been enjoying this a lot. This is the color Nude. I could probably go down one shade from this. It's a little bit too dark. I think this will be the perfect like spring summer color for me once the rest of my body gets a little bit more color back. So it's a tiny bit too dark right now, but it's good enough. For my setting powder, I did use the Everyday Minerals Sunlight Finishing Dust. Primer, so before I even put those two on, I did use my Sarah McNamara Miracle Skin Transformer in the color Light. I swear by this, I will never be without this product. It is holy grail. I love it. You guys have heard me talk about it a million times, and I will never stop talking about it. For my contour today, I used my NYX Blush in Taupe, which I have definitely hit pan on. For my blush, I used one of the Jordana powder blushes in the color Sandalwood. Gosh, see, you guys, these are gorgeous. This, I think, was $2.50, and it is literally one of like the prettiest blushes that I own. I absolutely love it. Cannot get enough of this. And I didn't use any highlighter or anything like that. On my lips, I am wearing the Too Faced Lip Injection Color Balm in Bee Sting. Now, everybody seems to hate this, but I love it. It doesn't really hurt on my lips. I don't know if I just have a high tolerance for pain when it comes to lip plumpers, but I kind of like the way that it feels, and it definitely plumps my lips up. It goes down after a little while, so it's not a long-lasting effect, but when I first put it on, it's like kapow, like my lips puff up. And like I said, for me, I really, really like this, so for the people that hate it, send me yours. I'll use this for days because I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I like the color. It's just like a pinky nude. Over top of that, I did use the Buxom lip gloss in White Russian, and thank you to Eileen for sending this to me. I love it. And that's it. So this is my look for the day. I have not done anything with my hair. I don't think I'm going to. Not at this point anyway. It's already like 12:30, so calling it a day. So if you have any questions, definitely leave me a comment below about this particular eye look, or if you have a request for other looks from either this palette or some of the other eye palettes, definitely leave them down below. So there you have it. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week, and Friday's almost here, and I hope that everybody's excited about the weekend. It's the last one before Thanksgiving, so that's crazy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.